Hello, and this is Matt from the Dice of the Round Table, and this is a short little video on painting progress so far for this year. I have just completed the Blitz, the German Blitzkrieg Army box as my first full paint job for a commission this month. And what was that in there? We have the Panzer IV all D, if I'm correct. So this was a metal and resin kit that has been painted as the client asked, mud in the tracks, and then it's all in grays. I did a black undercoat with a Panzer gray, Panzer dark gray over the black, and then I dry brushed up from there using some Citadel grays. Same for the 251 right here with the machine gun mounted in the back. And then that also came with the mortar, 3-man medium mortar team painted up. This had the, what is this called again? This is the IG 18 light artillery, light howitzer, 3-man crew. This was painted up the same way as the vehicles. So this is the lieutenant and sniper team. Straightforward, I made one extra guy with an SMG, one extra guy with a rifle. This is Blue Squad. You can tell by the little blue icon around the edge of the base. SMG for the NCO, LMG, and the rest are rifles. This is Green Squad. The LMG is prone figure on this one. The loader is behind him kneeling. This one I took a piece of the ammo belt instead of putting it around like anyone's neck. I cut a strip and glued it to the gun so it looked like it was being belt fed. Otherwise you have an SMG for the NCO. This is Red Squad. The loader and the LMG are both prone in this one. And again, I took strips of the ammo belt and glued it to the machine gun to help extend it off the base so they could be in that position together. The NCO has an SMG and the rest are rifles. This is the light artillery and mortar team. Pretty straightforward. This is the Panzer IV resin metal. Pretty straightforward, comes in the box, as well as the 251 half track with rear machine gun and gunner, and that is the box. That's the German Blitzkrieg Army box painted up with still shots with my voiceover on them. And again, I did color code for the client the squads. He asked me to put the colors so each squad was its own color so you knew which one was what. And then what's going to be coming up next is I have an 88 ready to go, being painted the same way, as well as the Rubicon machine gun motorcycle and the SDF 305. These two are Rubicon kits that I'm doing, and this was the Warlord kit for the 88. The crew is all set up to be painted separately, and then I will put them in place on the motorcycle because that's the motorcycle crew. I should do that. That's your driver. That's the passenger, third man of the machine gun crew, as well as the machine gunner in the sidecar. This is the 88 gunner, and the crew for the 88 is right here, and this has already been primed with Vallejo brush on primer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll start working on those for this coming week and see where I go from there. Until then, hope your painting's going well. This has gone much faster than I thought. And per the client, I did give samples. This was done in about 10 hours, assembly and painting. This did entail the use of Citadel contrast paints, and actually the contrast paints were probably used about the infantry part, about 60% of the paint was contrast, and most of it was actually Black Templar, because that Black Templar, when it goes over a light primer, can kind of come off as gray, and the 3 different options I gave the client on this job chose to go with this one. This is the color they wanted, so this is the color that we went with after the test models. So it does give a very dark grayish borderline black, but again, with German uniforms, you can really go with a lot of different shades, in my opinion. So, and it did go really well, and a lot of it was also painted on the sprues. Then I assembled it after the base coats, and then I finished up with the touch-ups on that. So this is Matt from the Dice of the Round Table signing off, and this was what I've got done painting-wise.